Night 2 of 2 between the Buffaloes and Skating Rebels. UNLV taking game number 1 on Friday by a score of 5-1. Fueled by high-powered offense and great special teams play, the Rebels are looking to sweep the Buffaloes right out of Sin City. Colorado, UNLV, two top 25 teams rounding out their series on a Saturday night. Coming right up.
Here for night 2 with UNLV versus University of Colorado. A player to look out for tonight is Liam O'Gwen, goalie on University of Colorado's team. Coaches said that in order to keep in the game tonight, they're going to really be relying on him. Now we're going to take it over to Kayla.
This is Kayla Fossey. I'm here with Oliver Vance. Can you kind of just talk about what you saw yesterday during the game that you want to apply again tonight?
Yeah, tonight we're going to win the nets. We talked about that. That was key to success last night. We had a couple goals from that, so winning the nets and physical play.
And tonight is Hockey Fights Cancer. Can you talk about what it means to you and the team to be able to play in a game for this?
Yeah, it's really important for us, me especially. You know, we've known a lot of people that have cancer or passed away to cancer, and I'm sure a lot of the boys do. So off the ice, you know, it's important for us, and we're going to show it tonight.
Perfect. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Now to Dom and AJ.
Check. Yeah, there. Hello, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us through the little technical difficulty with the audio off the top of the show there. Thank you to Kayla. Thank you to Zoe for delivering us those pre-game messages, speaking with Oliver Band in the warm-up. And hey, thank you all once again for tuning in. Night 2 of 2 on the weekend between Colorado and UNLV, two top 25 teams. The number 5 ranked Skating Rebels took the victory over the number 23 ranked Buffaloes by a score of 5-1 last night. And we're just gonna hop right into it. We're gonna go with the starting lineup for UNLV as they're announced. Evan West starting in his first game at home this season, centered by Oliver Band. We spoke to him in the pregame. And Hayden Siegel, all three freshmen, AJ, on the top line for UNLV. On the blue line, the veteran and captain, Matias Del Monte, joined with yet another rookie, Devin Nagra, as his defensive partner. And in between the pipes, Doug Wakeland, splitting time with Jeremy Foreman, the UNH transfer in the blue paint. Doug Wakeland gets the nod on Saturday night. Taking a look at Colorado, pretty similar look for the Buffaloes as Friday night. Jacob Rosalenko, Rapolis Marcinkevichus, and David Hoftees are the new right winger for that top line for UC Boulder. On the blue line, Jacob Ferguson and Quentin Kinney. And in between the pipes, Liam O'Gwen once again getting 2 back-to-back starts, AJ. And O'Gwen was really the stalwart of that team last night.
Yeah, absolutely. He definitely kept Colorado in the game. We talked to the coaches yesterday before the game, and they said we're going to rely on him heavily to keep it close. And he definitely did that and then some last night. He stopped multiple 1-on-0 opportunities, breakaway opportunities that UNLV had. Some of those coming short-handed for the Rebels, but look for him. We mentioned him in the pregame to be on the lookout. If he's standing on his head, making big saves for the Colorado Buffaloes, if they can get a few early goals, could be a more competitive game tonight.
Colorado looking to break through, but before that gets going, we have some pregame festivities, Hockey Fights Cancer Night, Alumni Weekend. We're going to go ahead and throw it to our PA announcer, Garrett Temple, for the anthem and pregame festivities. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's up UNLV hockey. Hello, UNLV alumni and the quarterback veterans of UNLV. However, today's celebration of Warrior Excellence, 10 of adults here celebrating 2018. We will support our family and friends. This is the Rangers who took up the battle and protect two removed. After 57 rounds of chemotherapy and radiation, Penn was battling out to shoot their mission since 2019. Please join us to celebrate this quarter as she beats the fight against this.
All right, anthem all wrapped up, ceremonial puck drop all wrapped up. We're ready to get going here at City National Arena. Night 2 of 2, as we mentioned at the top of the show, between Colorado and UNLV. We're going to go through the starters one more time, starting out with UNLV once again. Evan West, Oliver Brand, Hayden Siegel, the forwards, Matias Dalmonte, Devin Nagra, the defenseman, Doug Wakeland, the UCO transfer, in between the pipes. For the Buffaloes, Jacob Rosalenko, the left winger, Rapolis Marcinkevichus, the center, David Hofteeser, the right winger, Jacob Ferguson and Quentin Kinney, the defenseman, and Liam O'Gwen in between the pipes for the Buffaloes for 2 straight nights. And very quickly before we get going, celebrate Nevada Day with us. The special Nevada Day game-worn jerseys UNLV is wearing this weekend is up for auction right now. If you visit the link 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey or scan the QR code on your screen, you can go ahead and make a bid on your favorite player's jersey. Now, with all the formalities out of the way, AJ, we're getting ready to get this thing going.
Cannot wait for this one. Game 2 of what should be a much better performance from Colorado tonight, getting those skating legs under them after a huge travel day yesterday.
And we're underway from City National Arena, Colorado and UNLV doing battle for the second straight night. Thank you all for joining us. Now UNLV with an early rush. Band swings it out, Sean Kerriman looking for one, but he goes careening into O'Gwen. Doesn't get a whistle. Kerriman getting some early looks for the Rebels. Kerriman opened up the scoring last night for UNLV. Scored his first goal at home. He's looking for another one there. Fresh legs out there for the Rebels. Some fresh legs coming on for the Buffaloes just about a minute into this action tonight. Bradley Gallant gets tripped up. Collides with a player. He's back up, no worse for wear. UNLV recoiling in their own half of the ice. Now they're starting it out up the left wing. Puck flutters free. It's picked up by Elliot Testa, who sends that one into the zone. A pair of Buffaloes collide with each other behind the play as the puck goes deep in the Rebels' defensive zone. Puck fed out front. Jackson Wyatt picks that off. No skating himself. Wyatt looking, drops it off. Shot from Jensen, misses the net just wide. Preston Brodziak gets on the loose puck. Jensen whacks at it again into the chest of O'Gwen. Loose puck for Brodziak. Can't soccer it to his own blade. O'Gwen finds it and covers it with the trapper.
Yeah, well, Jenny was a friend of mine, but Dylan Jensen has been a friend for the Rebels. He's one of the freshmen from Fargo, North Dakota, who's been a huge impact for UNLV so far. He had a goal last night and already making his name, his presence known to the Buffaloes tonight.
Dylan Jensen, standout freshman, coming from the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. Brodziak shoots one off the side of the cage. O'Gwen reached the blocker. Out to stop that one, couldn't get there. Here's Joey Carollo. He had a goal last night as well. Short-handed on a 5-minute major penalty kill. Plays that up for Dylan Ford. Quinn shoots one, tipped up and over the net. Preston Brodziak out in front of the goal mouth once more. Here's Carollo. Going for a skate, centering pass, no one home. Dylan Ford plays that down low. Carollo just out of his reach. Strong's in there on the opposite corner. Up top, Kyle Quinn, back down low, out of the reach of Preston Brodziak. Dylan Ford's got a pinch. Ford tries to knife that one in. Can't get there. We have a stoppage of play.
Now, look, if you want to be the Mr. Brightside for the Colorado Buffaloes, you have that travel day yesterday. So things come out a little bit slow, and then you have that night rest, get really acclimated to the area here. Usually teams come out better in the second game, so we'll see.
Colorado does look pretty solid out of the gates. UNLV looks faster as well. Speaking with the coaching staff, Trace Jablin and Sam Chutchley, pregame AJ, they said that they felt like the first 10 minutes of last night's contest was the best hockey that they've played despite the lack of shots on goal. And one would think that Buffalo's coaching staff thinks they're playing pretty good in the first few minutes.
I think I agree with that statement that they had in the pregame because they had a lot of zone control time in that game. Just couldn't get a shot on net.
Speaking of zone control, UNLV keeping the offensive zone possession going. There's Mason Kelly down low. Tristan Rand has that flutter off of his stick. He plays that over for Kerriman. Kerriman cuts inside, putting the moves on, shooting one, he scores! Back-to-back nights, Sean Kerriman opens the scoring for the Rebels. This time it's a dandy, 1-0.
Smile like you mean it, Sean Kerriman. What a move getting down to the net, putting it on the net and scoring. You mentioned that he got the scoring going yesterday. He gets the scoring going today. What a weekend.
And what a display of hands just cutting through traffic. It's hard to believe he's a defenseman on that play.
Really good hands for a defenseman from the blue line coming down. Great goal, great opening frame for the Rebels so far.
And that could possibly be attributed to really just playing a lot more loose, getting the monkey off your back and scoring a goal point-blank period can give you a bit more confidence. And obviously Kerriman had a lot of confidence to skate through the team there as he is slotted forward for now. He's dressed as the 7th defenseman on our line chart. But head coach Anthony Vigneri-Greener and assistant coach Nick Raboni both have been putting their lines in blenders recently with some injury trouble within the program. and it's paying off. Karaman playing forward scores twice in 2 nights, and Carollo playing forward as well scores last night. Kyle Quinn through neutral ice, drops it off for Jensen, plays it down low. Quinn between the legs, can't feed it to Galan as he takes a tumble. Good try from the 5th-year senior defenseman of Quinn. Ronan Keenan announces a helper on the Karaman goal. Both former teammates in the USPHL with the Nashville Spartans. Here's Cole Wyatt. Wyatt from the half wall floats it in. Dylan Jensen's in on that one. Islanic presses him against the wall. It gets sent right back in, but onto the stick of the aforementioned Islanic. Tried to send it up eye level to Elliot Testa. Can't stick that one down, and he lays a bump on Matias Dalmonte. Dalmonte, stretch pass in the left wing boards, complete to Strong. Tried to feed Brodziak, cutting to the net, just out of the reach on the backhand side. Carollo feeds it to the slot. Brodziak shoots one. Quick shot there from Preston Brodziak. But that was sticked away by Liam O'Gwen. He's already faced 6 shots in the opening 5 minutes. Mansour plays it up, but it gets whacked right back into the zone. Cole plays it around for Mansour. Mansour looking, sends it sky high and into the scorer's table. Look out. And we got a whistle, 14:07 to go in the first.
Yeah, you want to go back to that Kyle Quinn between the legs in front of the net. He must have saw Karaman getting busy with the hands.
Yeah, there's something with the defensemen tonight, pulling out the fancy moves here so far.
One for the highlight reel, try to put it on there for sure.
I don't know if it's highlight reel worthy when he ended up on his back, but I mean, he tried it. He tried it. Got to trust your edges.
Give it the old college try.
Faceoff's tied up. UNLV comes away with possession. That's Ronan Keenan. Tried to play it to Tristan Rand, but DiDomizio picks it off. Loses possession of that puck. It bounces free. Here's Quentin Kinney, plays it up ice. But no one home. We have an icing on the Buffaloes. And looks like that same unit will be staying out for UNLV or not. Looks like full sail changes for the Skating Rebels with this offensive zone draw. Preston Brodziak, Caleb Strong, Joey Carollo, the forwards out there, Jackson White and Dylan Kuntz, the defensemen. We're back underway. Rink-wide feed, there's Wood, sends it in. Sandberg gets that play broken up by Kuntz behind the net. Plays it on the near side. Now sent back down deep into the Buffalo zone. Puck squirts free to the corner. Sent up on the backhand. Ferguson sends it in. A good deep try. Here's Joey Carollo. Or Jackson White, excuse me. Gets there, loose puck. Wyatt feeds one on net in tight. Brodziak couldn't get a stick on that one. A few chances for Preston Brodziak early in this one. As the Buffaloes try and get changed, another icing, 13:02 to go.
Yeah, well, yesterday the coaches might have thought that their first 10 minutes were their best they've played so far. Cannot say the same about the first 10 minutes for Colorado tonight. Looking sloppier, can't control it. They had way more zone control time on offense last night. Tonight, it feels like they've barely even been on offense at all.
Maybe it's a thing of getting antsy. Maybe it's hard to attribute what's going on with the Buffaloes early as Kyle Quinn shoots one and it's steered away by the pad of O'Gwen. Cole Wyatt steers it in. Bradley Gallant lays the body on a Buffalo player. Rink wide feed complete to Dickinson. Dickinson fires it into the zone and around the wall. Pass is cut off by Cole White at the point. Tries to send it in. Delayed offsides on the Rebels. And it's blown dead. Before Evan West even touched it, it's a little interesting there that they pull the play dead before a Rebel player even touches it in the zone, but
A little premature, maybe.
free stoppage. Face off just outside the Buffalo zone. Band wins that draw. Opposite Marcinkevichus. A shot from Nagra steered aside by the paddle. Another shot steered aside by the paddle again. That was Del Monte from the point. Now one-time drive by Band. Whistles it just wide of the far post. Another drive sticked aside. Here's West. Evan West sends it up. It gets cut off and picked off. Up near the point by Hofteaser. He takes it deep himself. Now behind the cage, Colorado still going to work. They lose possession of the puck. Here's Del Monte to quarterback the rush. Del Monte up center to West, who banks it off the glass and in. UNLV's going to get changed up. First man in is Mason Kelly. Kelly finishes his check on Rosalenko. Now here's Tristan Rand up the right wing. Rosalenko gives a chop. Takes another bump from Kelly. The puck falls harmlessly at the Rebels' blue line. Tipped in by Kelly. Ronan Keenan gives chase. Keenan backhand try off the outside of the post, it looks like. Now Wyatt. Kuntz shoots one into the chest of O'Gwen, and he'll snip it up with the trapper. We have a face-off upcoming.
You know, contrary to what we're saying about Colorado being a little bit slower, UNLV is just a lot sharper tonight.
And they look faster. Just early on, they look a lot faster. In transition, in their own end. Overall, as Kelly jams one, loose puck out in front. Everyone's looking for it. No one can get a stick on it. Tristan Rand doing battle. He gets shoved. More bumping and bruising in front. Loose puck again, falls behind the net. Kelly gets shoved in the back of the cage. Tristan Rand lays the body on Piggott. And we got a whistle. Physicality picking up a little bit there, AJ. When that puck gets in tight on the net, that's when sticks and gloves can come up.
Yeah, Tristan Rand had probably the best look at it in that scrum right by the net. And we expect the physicality. It was very physical last night. We had an ejection in the third period. UNLV already a physical team, so Colorado likely to try and match that if they can.
That was Dita Mizio, who got tossed from last night's contest for grabbing the face mask in the third. UNLV had some power play practice in the game last night. Sandberg can't play that one up. Brodziak gets his stick tied up. Puck picked up by Carollo. Gets pickpocketed by Ferguson, who sends it up the left wing boards onto the tape of Douglas Wood, who spins to a slot. Couldn't get to the stick of Sandberg. Now Dylan Ford in his own end sends it up for Brodziak through center. Preston Brodziak dances to the right wing. Backhander sticked away by O'Gwen, and that gets sent off the glass and out of the zone. And now here come the Buffaloes. That's Logan Bierge. Shoots one, misses the net wide. Now Dylan Jensen whacks it off the kick plate. Only got as far as about the Toyota logo. And now here's Bradley Gallant. Gallant cuts back, tries to feed it to Wyatt on a reverse. Nisanik is there to cut it off. The puck gets whacked out of the Rebels' offensive zone. Nagra's back in his own end to retrieve. He reverses it for his D partner, Matias Del Monte, who will hold behind Doug Wakeland. Now Del Monte off the stick of Piggott. In his own end, that's Massey. Lays the body on Jensen. Now UNLV getting to work on the forecheck, but Bradley Gallant pokes it along the kick wall. Del Monte catches it, shoots one, blocked in front. There's Jackson Wyatt. keeping the pressure on. Wyatt tries to play it through traffic. A clearance attempt failed by the Buffaloes. Marcinkiewicz just dances through traffic. UNLV comes away with it regardless. Wyatt hits his brother Cole, who sends it off the wall. Evan West is there, plays it down low. Band gets hit hard by Marcinkiewicz. He's popped back up. Lots of turnovers and takeaways here in this stretch of hockey in the first period of play. There's the goal scorer right there, Sean Karaman. Opens up the scoring 2 nights in a row. Evan West gives chase in the corner. Here's McConaughey. Glove down to the blue line by Quinn. Reverses off the kick plate. No one there. That gets flipped over the stick of Karaman. Quinn's back to recover in his own end. Evan West just tips it into the zone. Icing's waved off. O'Gwen wanted one. That goes off a body and skips to the center ice logo for Kyle Quinn. Evading pressure from Piggott. Now here's Tristan Rand. Rand now up the left wing boards with speed. Rand head up below the goal line. Overskates the puck a little bit. Gets tied up. And pickpocketed. Kelly gets tripped up. No arm raised on the either official. So we'll play on. Drew McConaughey, the captain of the Buffaloes. In behind the net. Ronan Keenan in on forecheck. Rubs out. Carney, a shot. Save made by O'Gwen. D-to-D, Nagra. Shoots one, tipped on net by Rand over the crossbar and into the high glass. Del Monte up top again. He skates it into the hash mark. Tries to feed it to the slot. Can't get it there. Del Monte now from below the goal line. Up top, Nagra with a drive. Pad save by O'Gwen. Non-stop hockey here. Right now, Mason Kelly plays it off the kick plate. And we got a penalty. It's going to be a cross-checking minor. I believe it's going to be on Colorado. And it is on Colorado. Cameron Piggott. Going to be sitting for a cross-check. Piggott, the Longmont, Colorado native, gives UNLV their first power play chance of the night. And we're underway. A shot from Cole Wyatt blocked in front and sent 200 feet.
Yeah, and somebody told me that the Colorado penalty kill unit is one of the best in the WCHL, 89%, excuse me. UNLV was 0 on the power play last night.
Del Monte with a chance, tipped on, tic-tac-toe chance. Can't be completed by Gallant, but UNLV keeps the zone. Del Monte shoots one, tips just wide. Del Monte looking for the first power play goal of the weekend for the Rebels. Wyatt touch pass to Del Monte. Del Monte to Cole Wyatt. Up top, Del Monte shoots one through traffic. Save made, rebound chance, loose puck, and O'Gwen finds it and covers it up for a whistle.
And a lot of the reason why Colorado is so successful in the penalty kill is their goalie, Liam O'Gwen. He can stand on his head in any moment. We saw him in multiple opportunities last night in breakaway for Skating Rebels, and he made the big save when he needed to. So it's easier to kill a penalty when you can rely on someone like that.
It makes you more calm when you're one of the 4-3 guys. We've got some testiness, Hofteaser and Rand having a bit of a disagreement. The official giving them a stern talking to and separating them. And we play on, no further incident for now. Here's Strong. Can't play that through. Centering pass off the skate of Rand, and now here's Hofteaser. Play's blown dead. 58 seconds to go. And AJ through just under 15 minutes. Colorado's yet to register a shot on goal.
A lot of the same as what we saw last night. Shoot the puck. Good things happen when you shoot the puck. You know, they had a good offensive zone possession earlier in this game that they could have shot gotten a shot off, but make the goalie work for it.
Doug Wakeland having a Tony Snell type night so far in the blue paint. As here comes Karaman, centering pass. Rand pirouette, shoots one, blocker save. Good chance for Tristan Rand. And we spoke about confidence from Sean Karaman earlier in the period after he scored that opening goal, dancing through the defense. But Tristan Rand coming into his sophomore year, we talked about it briefly last night. He's just oozing confidence. He had confidence all freshman year, but this year you could just tell he's way more comfortable with the game.
The Rebels' leading point getter coming into this weekend, it's a huge player for UNLV to be able to rely on going forward. He's kind of stepped up into that role.
And the likes of Max Johnson and Alec Johnson taking steps away, big contributors on the offense for UNLV. And it looks like Tristan Rand can fill the shoes of Max Johnson at the forward line. White with a drive, misses that one on the blocker side. Jackson White up top again. Del Monte, another drive, kick save, delayed penalty on the Buffaloes, extra attackers on. And a touch pass that goes awry for Jackson Wyatt. Gets touched up by the Buffaloes, and it's going to be 5-on-3 for 14 seconds here. Being escorted to the box, Luke Massey. Didn't get the penalty call, but the Wayzata, Minnesota native gives UNLV a chance on the two-man advantage for a brief amount of time. 5-on-3 is underway. Final 10 seconds of the two-man advantage. UNLV is going to try and get something set up here. Marcinkevichus over skates. Jackson Wyatt catches, shoots one, tipped on net. Gallant in tight. That gets blocked by Marcinkevichus. Now Jackson Wyatt to his brother Cole from the dot. Shoots one. Big block in front by Mansour. Now 5-on-4 for about a minute and a half. Up top, Jackson Wyatt. He misplays the puck. Tries to play it down low. Gets canceled out by Rosalenko, who can't get the puck out of the zone. Gallant chips it on. Cole Wyatt catches, shoots one off the post. Looks like it danced right along the front of the crossbar. And Marcinkevichus sends it out.
UNLV trying desperately to break through this Colorado penalty kill, but just can't seem to get past O'Gwen so far.
Now Karaman plays it for Strong. Final minute of this power play. Rand off the kick plate for Strong. Strong looking. Here's Nagra. Karaman up top, Nagra. Top of the circle for Strong. Tries to toe drag through traffic. Can't get there. Rand sweeps it to the open ice. He'll start to direct traffic. Tries to leave it for Strong. Hofteaser applies pressure. Tied up at the wall. Sentenced into the zone. Just out of the reach of Rand, and they're going to tie up in front of the Buffaloes bench again. Nagra comes away with it. Nagra shooting one into the glove. Loose puck trickles almost into the net. Looks like there was a force field there. Final 15 seconds of this power play for the Rebels. Getting chances. Hofteaser knifes it down and sends it off the wall and out. And the final 10 seconds is going to tick off.
Add on to that Colorado penalty kill percentage. So far, UNLV 0 for 2 tonight. I believe they were 0 for 6 last night. Can't get through.
Once again, that's a credit to Liam O'Gwen in the blue paint. Band plays it up. Corolla gets tied up, and there's another penalty on the Buffaloes. It's going to be a hook.
And Liam O'Gwen just has to be thinking, all these things that I've done, all these saves that I've made, give me a break. You know, can't be on the penalty kill all first period like they have been so far.
That's Roman DiDomizio going for a hook. So UNLV with another look on the power play. You got to think, too, even with Liam O'Gwen thinking all the things he's done, just think about the PK unit as well. Just been out there for so long, back-to-back-to-back shifts, and they're playing well. But rule of averages, law of averages, whatever it is, I think it's Murphy's Law. If you get so many opportunities at something, you're bound to score. There's another penalty posted. Elliot Testa's posted on the board, but there's 4 skaters out there still for Colorado, so we might have some offsetting minors. Can't see the UNLV penalty box from here. That's what we would assume happened. We'll get that to you as soon as we get the actual information. Now, 2 minutes exactly on the clock when those penalties occurred. It's going to take us right into the first intermission. A shot tipped on over the crossbar. UNLV still at the doorstep to break through on this power play. So Elliot Testa's penalty removed from the board, under a minute and a half to go on the DiMizio hooking minor. Puck takes an odd kick off the dasher and settles for Jackson Wyatt. Now here comes Gallant through center, gets upended by Drew McConaughey. And there's the first shot on goal for Doug Wakeland. The Colorado bench is loving that Drew McConaughey hit on Bradley Gallant in the open ice. That's one thing you do as a captain.
Yeah, you mentioned the Tony Snell stat line earlier. All zeros on the board for Doug Wakeland. But Colorado needs to employ the Dion Waiters mindset. Got to keep shooting.
Rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9. If you go 0 for 9, that means you lost confidence.
Exactly.
Simple as that. So into the final minute of play. Here's Tristan Rand up the right wing. Rand looking, pulls up, top of the circle. Feeds it up, Strong. Nagra. D to D, Karaman, Strong. Shooting off the side of the cage. And sent out.
And it looks like the scores adjusted it. It's a double minor for DiMizio. Not 2 penalties on Colorado, double minor.
We'll wait the official call, double check at the intermission. There's Evan West. Gets tied up and takes a spill. In the final 10 seconds, offsides, and Hofteaser pokes it in Agra. He gets introduced by Strong, and everyone's coming together right in front of our broadcast camera. Strong was holding on to the stick of Hofteaser, and Nagra was holding on as well. And here comes the Slanik, giving him a how do you do. Pokes him on the shoulder with his blade, and everyone's having a good old yap sesh there, AJ, in the final 7 seconds.
Nothing wrong with that. Good old yap sesh right at the end of the first period, going into the locker room.
I'm sure there's kind things being said there.
Sure, it's nothing but kind things.
Faceoff's won by Colorado. Hofteaser just sends it down the length of the ice, and it looks like they're going to let this period play out, and they do. Through 20 minutes, UNLV has the advantage, 1-0, 20-1 are the shots on goal. And AJ, what a period from UNLV.
Yeah, they just look way sharper, way more physical, way faster, you mentioned that, than Colorado so far. They've really controlled every aspect of the game. It feels like they've been on the power play the entire first period. A lot to work on if you're Colorado, though.
Definitely a lot to work on, a lot to talk about in the intermission, but we're going to go ahead and step away. UNLV with the advantage, 1-0. Sean Karaman breaking through for the Rebels 2 nights in a row to open the scoring. Stay with us. More UNLV and Colorado action coming right around the break.
We're now ending period 1 of night 2 versus Colorado. So far, it's a replica of last night. Still, UNLV has 1 goal on the score and Colorado has 0. If they're going to want to keep it up, they're going to have to bring more in the next period. We're going to bring it over to Kayla Fossey now.
This is Kayla Fossey. I'm here with Cole Wyatt. So you guys are up 1-0 right now. You haven't allowed any shots on goal from the Buffaloes. What kind of got this defensive start going for you guys?
Yeah, I think we're just blocking a lot of shots and playing good defensively, and we just got to keep getting pucks on their goalie here and creating chances and hopefully get a few more here.
What do you want to see more of in the second period to kind of build on this lead?
Yeah, I think we got around 20 shots that period, but we just need to get more bodies to the net, get more guys in front of his eyes, and just get a couple of gritty goals here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dom, AJ, back to you.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Zoe. And thank you all for sticking with us. If you stuck with us through 20 minutes, and if you're just joining us, thanks for joining us. On the call, as always, with myself, Dominic Lavoie, joined by AJ Reed this weekend. Through 20 minutes, taking a look at the stats, UNLV just dominating so far. 20 shots on goal for the first 20 minutes. 0 for 3 on the power play, though. Some keys here. UNLV just capitalize on your chances, and Colorado, man, just shoot the puck.
Yeah, it's the same story as last night for Colorado. This time they have 0 shots. Last night they had 1 shot. But, Andy, you're a star, but the star tonight for UNLV has been Sean Karaman. He broke through. He's got the lone goal so far for the Skating Rebels. He scored last night as well. Got the scoring going for them as well last night. But going forward, someone else is going to have to break through for UNLV and capitalize on this power play. So far, nothing through 2 games for both teams, but really UNLV, you mentioned it in the first period, the law of averages. You think maybe eventually they'll break through and get a power play goal, but so far they're still looking for someone to break through.
Still looking for that first power play marker this weekend against Colorado. And AJ, you mentioned it before, time and time again. Colorado has one of the best penalty kills in the country, in the division, what have you. So obviously it's going to be a little tough to break through, but with so many chances like we talked about, the law of averages, something's got to go.
Yeah, and back-to-back chances for UNLV. You expect, the penalty kill unit's going to get tired. Limo Gwen, he's been standing on his head so far, but even he can't save every shot. You got to find a way to get through somehow, and right now UNLV hasn't found a way. But still 1:59 left on their power play starting the second period, so maybe they'll find a way.
We'll see some more power play time for UNLV, 1:59, excuse me. We're back underway in this middle frame. Thank you all for watching. Early on, a bit of an errant pass on the breakout by Jackson Wyatt. Out of the reach of Bradley Gallant. The puck gets sent right back in. Now UNLV trying to get it started out. Dalmonte in stride over the blue line, has it hop off of his stick. Now on the far end of the boards, UNLV continues to go to work. Jackson Wyatt off the wall for Gallant. He gets laid out by Marcinkevichus. Gallant ended up on his backside for the second time tonight in open ice. There's Jackson Wyatt. Up top now, Cole. Dalmonte snaps one to the slot off the stick of Tristan Rand. Dalmonte touches it for Wyatt. Back up top, Jackson Wyatt with a drive. Kick save by O'Gwen. That puck plays towards UNLV line, sent off the kick plate for Karaman. Sean Karaman, as we mentioned in the open of this period, breaks through for the Rebels in the first period. Danced through the defense on the left faceoff dot right in front of our broadcast to score his second goal of the weekend. Now here he is with the puck over the blue line, cuts outside. Karaman cuts in, centering pass. Just couldn't get it to the stick of Tristan Rand in the slot. Caleb Strong to Nagra as the penalty expires. Karaman feeds to the slot, can't get it to the stick of Rand twice now. Niagara whacks one through traffic, tips just wide. Colorado back to full strength. Another good kill by the Buffaloes. And here they come back up north. Colorado on their first real rush. A slap shot tipped by Dylan Ford to the high glass. That was Sandberg letting the old-fashioned clapper go on the rush. Niagara shakes off pressure from Sandberg. Sends it up the right wing. That puck gets directed aside. Saucer pass right onto the tape of Kyle Quinn. So he gets that takeaway at his own blue line and over retreat behind Doug Wakeland. Leave it for Dylan Ford to scan the area.
Hey, you talk about the long change that you and Gildy always like to talk about. Looks like we're seeing a lot of that so far in this second period as well.
As we mentioned, for those not familiar, the long change is a second period of play or overtime. There's a collision there. When the team's defensive zone is the farthest away from their bench. Typically the first and third period, the team's defensive zone is on the same side as their bench. The second period, they got to flip sides as well as overtime. So that implies the long change period. A big crunch at the end wall. A couple players coming together, a shot through traffic, and a big time collision again. That was Mason Kelly who got upended by Luke Massey, and they're exchanging words, Kelly and Massey. Cross-checking's a call on Luke Massey, and if you're Trace Chaplin, you really don't want that to happen there. This stupid penalty. Sam Trutchley, the assistant coach, coming to talk to his player in the box. Once again, that's Luke Massey going for a cross-check, and UNLV gets a look on the power play. They score! And well, for you kids out there, that's why you don't take penalties like that. Because just like that, looked like Jackson Wyatt's leading the handshake line, and he has something to say to the Colorado bench. UNLV goes up 2-0 on their first shot of the power play.
Yeah, UNLV finally broke through on top 2-0 now, but your penalty kill can't bail you out that many times. It felt like that was almost 10 straight minutes of UNLV being on the power play. Your goalie and your penalty kill unit, they get tired. They can't bail you out that long. Jackson Wyatt taking advantage for the Skating Rebels, breaking through, finding the back of the net. 2-0 game now.
Gonna wait on the official ruling as it comes through now. Looks like Cole Wyatt's announced. We're checking the feed. It was indeed Cole Wyatt who broke through. One of the top point getters for UNLV last year. Scoring on the power play tonight, making Colorado pay.
That's just his second goal of the season, I believe, for Cole Wyatt.
Checking our sheet, that is his second goal of the year, but entering tonight he had a goal and 7 assists for 8 points in 7 games, so he's still producing, AJ. Just not scoring as much as we're used to this early in the season.
I'm sure that one feels nice to get on the board, find the back of the net, and get one. You know, if it goes a few games without getting a goal, it starts to get to your mind a little bit. You know, you're still producing on offense. You have that to rest easy, but finding the back of the net really eases a lot of that.
That was Dylan Jensen on that last play, trying to find the back of the net. Go glove side on O'Gwen, but he snapped it up and hold for the whistle that gave way to the face-off that just ensued. Big collision there again. Now a mess of limbs in the open ice. Puck shot, tipped wide, looked like Gallant. Gallant picks up that puck, whacks it down low. Drew McConaughey's there to cut it off and play it off the kick plate. Here come the Buffaloes the other way. Puck gets tipped up and fluttered harmlessly in. That was Cameron Piggott. Broken stick for him. He gets changed up. Sandberg hops on for Piggott. Played off the kick plate, gathered by Kyle Quinn. Here's Quinn from behind his own net. Plays it outside. Colorado picks up possession. That's DiDemizio's pass. Goes errant, and it's an icing.
It's a stick, the broken stick on the way. But we don't want to beat a dead horse or maybe beat a dead buffalo in this situation. But how many times have you seen a team go a period and 5 minutes with just one single shot on goal?
Not often. Not often. It's not really a common sight to be seen here on Hockey Fights Cancer Night at City National Arena. Sandberg dances almost off sides. DiDemizio gets physically canceled out by Dylan Kuntz. And DiDemizio goes high on Kuntz a little bit to return the favor. Sandberg off the kick plate for DiDemizio. Wakeland behind his own net for Wyatt. Now Kuntz flips it up over the head of Nislanik. Gives chase in his own corner. Play back into the Colorado end. Nislanik behind his own cage. Kelly hounding him. And the Buffaloes gain the zone. Puck centered out in front. Loose puck for Karaman. Knifes it through Nislanik. Now here comes Sean Karaman up the right wing boards for the Rebels, looking for his second of the night. That gets poked off his stick by Luke Massey. Now Colorado looking for a controlled breakout. Nislanik up the left wing. It's Massey. Flips that one off the glass and into the zone. Dalmonte's back to recover. Here's Evan West. West shooting one off the pad. He hops on his own rebound down low. Gets tied up by Beergy and Islanic. West comes away with possession. Gets bumped by Massey. Now on the near wall. Here's Kyle Quinn skating it. Shooting one. Blocked out in front. Quinn hops on that puck again. Plays it down low. There's Oliver Band in the corner for Carollo. Rink wide feed. Can't get it there. That gets played in on the backhand by Cameron Piggott. There's Carollo in his own end for Ford. Arsenkevich just plays it up, just hops over the stick of his teammate. He gets on that loose puck. Backhand try, rebound. Juicy rebound was sitting out there for Rosalenko, but he couldn't bat it home, and the puck gets sit down. UNLV tries to get changed up. They get caught on a change, an errant pass. Icing's waved off.
Almost an opportunity for Colorado there. That's what happens when you shoot the puck. You get rebound opportunities. Golden opportunity. Squandered away by Colorado.
We got a stoppage for a high stick, 10:50 to go. Colorado, much like last night, AJ, seems like they're starting to come to life a bit.
Coming to life, but it's 10 minutes, halfway through the second period already. Might be too late for them. Try and come to life in the first period, maybe 10 minutes. You got that time to get going, but it's second period, 10 minutes left. Just now finding ways to get the puck on the net.
Some say better late than never. It's still a winnable hockey game. Only down 2 goals. A lot say 2-goal lead is the worst in hockey. Some say 3, like your brother.
Yep. You can be talked into 3.
Here's Jackson Wyatt in his own end. Sends it rink wide on the tape for Dylan Jensen. Drop pass Gallant. Gallant shoots one. Blocker save. Popped up in the air. They score! But it's waved off by the official. Looks like it was hit by a high stick. So, AJ, the officials couldn't be talked into 3 there.
No, they will not. And the Skating Rebels trying to change their mind. Talking to the ref, trying to get that one to be a goal, but no goal.
Immediately waved off, it looks like. Liam O'Gwen immediately had his hands up. He's like, no way is that a goal. So we play on still 2-0 in favor of the Rebels rather than 3. The goal scorers tonight, Sean Karaman and Cole Wyatt, each breaking through. Here's Jackson Wyatt, played that one in. Now the Rebels coming in on a rush, a shot there. Save made. Now here's Dylan Kuntz up top. Kuntz shooting one, tipped up by the stick of Sandberg, and now here he comes. Charles Sandberg couldn't play that through. Sent cross corner. Some fresh legs coming on for UNLV. Just over halfway through this middle frame. Rink wide feed, a shot off the rush. Misses the net high and wide. Fed out in front, a big bump. O'Gwen finds the puck and holds for a whistle. And we have a media timeout, and we have some more pushing and shoving. Mason Kelly's making plenty of friends out there as we take a quick break as the UNLV ice crew comes out to clear some snow off.
Hey, you know what they say in youth sports, go out there and have fun. Mason Kelly, he's having fun making friends with all kind of Buffaloes out there tonight.
Seems like he's having a lot of fun socializing. Seems like his love language might be physical touch because he's getting beat up a lot around up there so far tonight. Now 9:14 to go. UNLV a shot away from breaking the 30-shot mark. Colorado only posted with 3 shots on goal. Once again, Sean Karaman breaking through for the Rebels, as well as Cole Wyatt on the power play. The first shot of the power play for the first power play goal of the Rebels this series. Sweet Caroline plays over the speakers here at City National Arena. Back-to-back nights, AJ. Pretty good. Love the Fenway Park vibes for any Red Sox fans out there. Probably not a lot, to be fair.
More than you think, I think.
I would hope so. Being a Boston sports fan growing up, got a lot of hate. And the Patriots were good and the Celtics were good in 2008 for a fluky kind of weird championship. I stand by that. 2024 is more legit than 2008. They had full of Red Sox championships in 2011 for the Bruins. So ran into a few.
Title Town, they call it. I wouldn't know what that's like.
It's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Not everyone can be blessed, AJ, with a good sports city. My dear apologies. Even lost your football team. Fed out in front, loose puck, everyone whacking at it. Looks like O'Gwen found it again. And he'll hold for a whistle. Now Mason Kelly, the Buffalo's favorite player, digs in and wins the faceoff. Tristan Rand misses that shot straight off the draw. Now on the near wall, here's Dalmonte. Dalmonte with a drive through traffic, blocked out in front. Kelly hops on that loose puck on the near side, plays it down low. Colorado comes with possession of it, and that gets chopped nearly out of the zone. Rand keeps it. Everyone whacking for the puck. It bounces free, and it's a foot race. Dylan Ford is the first to get there, beating Cameron Piggott. And a shot from outside, gloved and held. by O'Gwen.
Pulling out all the classics at City National
Don't
tonight.
stop believing. That's a good one. That's a very, very good one. Now 8.5 to go, just under that. Period number 2. Marcinkiewicz just gets tossed from the draw against Oliver Band. Hoff-Teaser had to come in. We're backing away. Here's Marcinkiewicz just up the left wing. Tries to feed it to the slot. Keeps possession of the puck. Overskates it a bit there as he gets bumped by a few Rebel players. Hoff-Teaser fed out in front. Shot in tight. Save made. Wakeland. That puck kicks way out to the point. Another shot. Another save by Wakeland. Marcinkiewicz just now tries to play it to the slot. Gets canceled out. Hoff-Teaser stops that with the body. That's cut off by Colorado again. Marcinkiewicz just gets sent to the ice by Band. Dylan Ford cuts out in front of his own net. Sends it up the right wing to Karaman, who cuts to the center, leaves it for Band on the right wing boards. Played to the slot, shot, score! And it looks like it's going to be Evan West on the 33rd shot of the night, putting UNLV up 3-0.
What a swing there. Colorado with one of their best scoring opportunities. Ford checking hard, getting the puck to the net, and then Evan West comes down, fires one, snipes the net, and believe me, Natalie, that one will count. 3-0.
That one's going to count, like you mentioned, AJ. The last goal gets waved off. Evan West with a beautiful goal. I mean, watching that goal back, takes that feed right in the slot on his forehand and snaps it right past Liam O'Gwen. Austin Matthews, like AJ, just catching it, corralling it, and just letting her rip. All quick like to put UNLV up 3.
Beautiful goal and disheartening for Colorado for sure to have that happen right after your best scoring opportunity. But that's why UNLV's got to capitalize. Because if Colorado did capitalize on that moment there, it's a 2-1 game, and now it's a 3-0 game.
And that was just an insane swing, like you mentioned, AJ. Momentum-wise, Colorado was looking good, getting shots on goal, getting chances. Rapless Marcinkiewicz with a beautiful shift. He was everywhere, getting his stick in passing lanes, creating offense, doing everything he needed to do, doing everything right. And the game of hockey can be fickle sometimes, as you saw there. Colorado doing everything they can, and UNLV comes down with a beautiful play of their own and finish.
Give some love to Doug Wakeland there on that possession, making some big saves. You know, he's not Tony Snell, he's Doug Wakeland.
No longer Tony Snell making some stops. He was Tony Snell for a bit, with not a single shot on goal posted for a while. And fed out in front, they score again. What a unfortunate turnover in front. And just like that, it's 4-0 in favor of UNLV.
Everything coming together for UNLV in this period. Watching the replay on the face-off. Colorado breaking it out. Bad turnover right in front of the net.
That was a brutal turnover. That was Jack Ferguson skating it right in front of his own goaltender in the slot, which is most of the time a sin in hockey. On the breakout as Doug Wakeland waffle boards the shot away. And that falls right onto the stick of Preston Brodziak, who ripped her home. Brodziak adds on to his point total. That's goal number 4 on the season for the LIU transfer. Dinamizio up top now. Shooting one through traffic. Blocker saved by Wakeland. Sandberg down low. Return pass up top. Shot tipped on. Just flutters past the net. A one-time drive. Whistles wide once again. Colorado getting some offensive zone pressure now. Fed just behind Bradley Gallant. Now here come the Buffaloes again. Oh, and a scary fall. And a penalty for UNLV. It's going to be a trip. It looks like it's on Bradley Gallant going for a tripped up Luke Massey, AJ, right at the blue line, and he just couldn't control himself when creating into the boards, but he's okay.
Bit of a rough night so far for Bradley Gallant. He's been on the receiving end of some pretty big Colorado Buffalo hits so far, now going to the box himself.
Now giving Colorado an opportunity on the power play. Marcinkevichus out there. He just had an amazing shift. He's looking for one now. McConaughey lets one go. Snipped out of the air by the glove of Wakeland, who holds for a whistle. Nonetheless, maybe the best chance all night for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, we'll hope to see them get something better on offense. Their power play last night was lackluster, allowing the shorthanded goal to Joey Carollo. Talking to the coach, some careless mistakes, some careless turnovers. They got grilled in the film session. We'll see if that translates.
That's another thing that Sam Trutchley and Trace Jablin said pre-game, that puck goes into the bench. Neither of them flinching there, AJ. That's one big contributor to their special teams not being as effective last night was turning the puck over so much, and that's something that they can't do here tonight. And with this opportunity on the man advantage, we're going to see if they're going to do the opposite of what they did last night. Joey Carollo looking for his second shorthanded goal on as many nights into his skates on the right side. He gets canceled out, and he'll hustle back. Stoppage of play, interference. Kyle Quinn without his stick.
At what point does Joey Carollo become a threat on the penalty kill unit? He's already got 2 shorthanded goals this season, 1 on 5 and 3. Looking for another one there. And Colorado squanders their power play there.
It's Jack Ferguson. Takes an interference call. We didn't necessarily see exactly what happened, but 4-on-4 for a minute and 20 seconds, and then an abbreviated 40-second power play for the Rebels. Now there's an icing. This is one of me and Gildy's favorite things, AJ, is 4-on-4. Plenty of ice time. Or plenty of space on the ice, excuse me. And that allows teams to get creative. We'll see what UNLV can do here tonight with their creativity. They've been flowing all night long with a minute left on this 4-on-4 period.
There's so much more space to operate. You expect the offense and your real good skill position players to come out and operate well with that extra space. And it really favors the more physical, the more faster team, and that's UNLV.
Out in front, DiDemizio with a cheeky backhand attempt. Just lifts that over the net. There's some daylight over the shoulder of Doug Wakeland. Now with under 30 seconds to go in the 4-on-4 period. At center, it's picked up by Hull. And it's a foot race. Doug Wakeland comes out to play it, and Marcinkevichus eases up so hard he loses an edge. An aggressive play by Doug Wakeland to come all the way out to the blue line to play that puck. And a shot by Jackson Wyatt gets directed into the netting. UNLV on a 39-second abbreviated power play now.
Well, almost an announcer jinx for me earlier when I was talking about how that 4-on-4 favors UNLV. Colorado with a great shot with the backhanded shot attempt that almost went in. And then a lot of confidence in Doug Wakeland to get out there and get that puck.
How about the wheels on Wakeland as well? Just getting from all the way in his crease out to the blue line. That's no easy task, especially with all the equipment he's got on. It's been no easy task for UNLV to score on the power play despite breaking through the last time they were on the man advantage. A shot through traffic, it's tipped wide. Here's Del Monte shooting one. It's directed rink wide. Now 10 seconds to go. Del Monte fires into the chest of O'Gwen, and Del Monte looks skyward as there's 7 seconds to go on the man advantage.
A lot of opportunities from the point for Del Monte so far this series, and he has not been able to break through on any of them so far. So that must be the frustration looking up at this guy. How do I get through Liam O'Gwen?
Back underway. Jackson Wyatt fans on a shot. Doug Wakeland, Beaver Talon signal. The penalty's up. Colorado back to full strength. Go out with a drive. Tipped out in front. It was Preston Brodziak parked out in front of O'Gwen, who couldn't get a stick on that second chance rebound. Here come the Buffaloes the other way. Wakeland leaves it for Kuntz, who plays it around for Cole Wyatt. Kuntz up ice for West. Pokes it on. Shot there from way outside. That was Oliver Band who misses the net. UNLV setting up shop in their offensive zone with under 2 minutes to go. Shot misses the net there and kicks to the corner and whacked off the boards, but sent right back in. Ford shooting one from the point. Rebound mouse out in front, directed out behind the net. Now approaching 90 seconds to go in the second. Sean gets canceled out. And a big time hit by Dylan Ford at the blue line by Nislanik, or on Nislanik. Dylan Ford showing off the strength all season long, especially at home for the Rebels. Kinney can't spin that one to the slot. Strong picks it up and takes a bump from the aforementioned Kinney. And on a break, here's Carollo, shoots one big time. Blocker save by O'Gwen. Fed to the slot, gets picked off in the final minute. That puck just gets dumped in by Owen Dickinson, who gives chase on Nagra. Around the wall for Tristan Rand, bouncing puck. Brodziak, this pass gets picked off, sent right back in, steered aside by the blocker of Wakeland, final 30. Elliot Testa stops up, plays that one in, goes around DiDomizio. Here's Brodziak in the final 20. Del Monte off the skate of Carollo. Brodziak's there, whacks it into the zone on the red line. Final 10 seconds. Stretch pass picked off by Del Monte, who whacks it right back in. Return to sender, final 5. Another shot fed rink wide, and the final seconds tick off. And that'll do it. Through 40 minutes, UNLV leads 4-0. They also lead in the shot department 39-10. And once again, 2 nights for the Buffaloes, and so far 2 nights where Liam O'Gwen is really the bright spot for this team.
Yeah, I got to be thinking if you're Colorado, you're happy that that one's over for sure. Not their best period. UNLV definitely looking like the number 5 team that the computer rankings in the ACHA has them slotted in as. Really outspeeding, being more physical. You know, Evan West laying the lumber, I believe, in that third period at the very end there, but not a lot of bright spots for Colorado.
We'll see if Colorado can talk it over in our 15-minute intermission while we step away. Why don't you stick around on Saturday night? More UNLV and Colorado action coming right around the bend.
Rebels in the lead. Really, we just got to keep doing what we're doing, is keep our head in the game and staying up there, and we'll see what happens in this next period. We're going to take it over to Kayla Fossey now with Evan West.
This is Kayla Fossey. I'm here with Evan West. So you just had a goal this period. Can you kind of walk us through that play and what you saw on the ice?
Yeah, I mean, we were stuck in our D zone there for a second, but I mean, D moved the puck up quick. We got a little 3-on-2 rush. Sean and Bando, my line mates, they made it all happen. They found me, and I was able to put in the back of the net. So all credit goes to those guys. So
this was a big period for offense. Can you just kind of talk more about what's been driving offense tonight?
Yeah, I think we're sticking to our game plan. I mean, especially what the coaches give us. I mean, just being heavy and hard, finishing all of our checks, and putting away our chances when we can. So I think just sticking to our game plan, playing Rebel hockey. So, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Dom, AJ, back to you.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Zoe. And thank you to the fans still tuned in on this late night broadcast, about 10 past 9 on the Pacific time zone. If you're just joining us, thanks for tuning in. Through 40 minutes, UNLV has had the advantage all night long. 39 shots on goal, broke through on the power play for the first time this weekend, and stayed pretty disciplined so far, AJ. Only a couple penalties and some keys here, and very tiny text on that graphic. Play your game in this third period, and for Colorado, man, just get one like last night.
Yeah, and if you're Colorado, you've only had the 2 power play opportunities, which were both squandered by Colorado themselves committing a penalty and creating a 4-on-4 opportunity for UNLV. It's definitely not what the Colorado special teams has in mind for what has been a lackluster weekend for them so far.
And as we get going for the final period, Hockey Fights Cancer Night here at City National Arena, hence the pinkish lavender score bug and a few breast cancer awareness signs around the rink. And we're back underway in the third period of play. Once again, thank you all for tuning in on this Saturday night. Here's Cole Wyatt. Tries to feed it to the slot. The play gets broken up and sent to neutral ice. Now Monte's feed gets sticked down by McConaughey, and Doug Wakeland comes out of his net once again to play the puck and keep play moving. Here's Del Monte now. Matias Del Monte looking, shooting ones, tipped on net. Idamizio gets canceled out. And Brodziak's stick gets whacked all the way in the protective netting there.
And we call that a yard sale on the cross.
Yeah, that was it almost got stuck. That was Michael Rain. He gets called for a slashing penalty as well, just 46 seconds into this final period. So UNLV back on the power play with a chance to score their second of the weekend, second of the game on the man advantage. Once again, that's Michael Rain going for a slash. Whacking Preston Brodziak's stick up into the protective netting. Here's Caleb Strong, the man advantage. Strong looking, takes it around the horn, feeds Devin Nagra. Now to Strong up top. Karaman moving on in, takes it below the goal line, feeds it up top. It gets tipped by D'Amizio. Now Strong at the hash marks, down low Rand. Rand peels out from below the goal line, and he'll take a look and feed Strong. Nagra up top. Nagra gets to Rand in the corner. Rand gets sent into the ice emphatically, and Rand's down, holding his head. And he's down in a heap. That was Luke Massey. No penalty raised, and Tristan Rand looking at our monitor. Wish we could give you the replay. And AJ just watching the play develop. Rand catches a pass. Looks like he loses his balance, and Massey just sends him straight into the boards.
Yeah, not sure if that warrants a penalty, but it's good to see Tristan Rand up and skating off on his own power. He's the Rebels' leading point scorer so far, so if he would miss a significant time with an injury, that'd be a huge loss for the Rebels.
UNLV going back to work on the power play. Matias Dalmonte down low, Galan up top. Jackson Wyatt cuts to the slot, shooting one. Stick save, looked like it got the knob of Liam O'Gwen's goaltending paddle. There's Cole Wyatt, has a power play goal already. And another chance from the same spot he scored his first goal tonight. Dalmonte with a drive, snapped his stick in two. He's going to want that one back. Here's Jackson Wyatt up top 4-on-4 while Dalmonte gets a new twig. He goes to the bench. Here's Caleb Strong, fresh off the bench. Feeds Galan, one-time drive off the side of the cage with a brief bit of daylight on the blocker side of Liam O'Gwen. UNLV back to work with 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. There's Massey down low. Puck's dug free by Gallant. Jackson Wyatt up top in the final 10. Hits strong. Rink wide for Cole Wyatt. Up top, Jackson. Jackson looking, shooting one, tipped on, over the shoulder, and they score! Bradley Gallant on the rebound. Gives a high five and gives a little gesture to the alumni in the near corner. 5-0 UNLV on the power play with a second to go.
Good to see Bradley Gallant get one on the rebound after he had a clear chance on the left side, just hit the back of the net on the other side, unfortunately. Some people say the puck doesn't lie, and the puck didn't lie there. Bradley Gallant gets one.
That's another questionable penalty for the Buffaloes here tonight. Earlier on, it was Luke Massey who upended Mason Kelly, who's going to be dug in at center ice against Drew McConaughey. And then UNLV scores on their first shot 2 seconds into the power play. And then Michael Rain slashes Brodziad's stick up into the protective netting. And in the final 2 seconds, UNLV scores on this power play. Now fed on, bouncing puck. Just goes whistling past the cage. And here's Michael Rain out of the box. He turns the puck over. Tristan Rand back out on the ice. No worse for wear for the Rebels. He'll take this himself, skating it up. Dips the shoulder, backhander off the side of the cage. Mason Kelly whacks one on. Blocked by Carney in front. McConaughey spins it and gets checked by a pair of players. It's Kelly and Ronan Keenan. Goes off of Keenan's skate. He's engaged in a foot race with Hole. Bumps him. Here's Elliot Testa skating his way through. Down low, puck sent around the wall. Quinn gets there to retrieve it. Gets chopped off of the blade of his stick. Sent on, tips just wide of the net. And that's Quinn once again behind his own net. Steers it around. Elliot Testa sends it back deep into the zone. There's DiDomizio. Rink wide, up top, Hole. That's a shot go. Pad save, Wakeland. And another shot just whistles wide. Wakeland tries to find it, couldn't find it there. DiDomizio gets canceled out by Band, and now here comes Band and company the other way. Carney whacks at it, loses it in his feet, played down low for Kerriman. Kerriman looking, feeds it out for Band. Saucer pass couldn't get on the tape. Kerriman back down low. DiDomizio plays it for Testa. Testa softly sends it up. And the Buffaloes gain the zone. And here come the Rebels once again coming up. It's Jackson Wyatt, played on for Dylan Jensen. Jensen feeds to the slot. Gallant feeds one on just wide of the net. Bradley Gallant looking for his second here already. He lays a hit in the corner. Finishes Jack Ferguson off. Jackson Wyatt tips that pass. Cole Wyatt trying to whack it into the zone from the red line. He'll play that in his own half of the ice for Dylan Kuntz. His pass gets tipped. Dickinson chops at it. Bradley Gallant dribbling the puck a bit there. That shot gets tipped up into the protective netting just over 5 minutes into this period.
Well, we want to double down on some announcers' jinxes from last night. Doug Wakeland has yet to let up a goal at home this season for UNLV. He played the first 2 periods in the second game against Oregon before Luke Fundator, came in relief. But getting a third period nod tonight. Still has not allowed a goal. Seen only 12 shots though, but something to keep an eye on.
We'll see if Colorado can break through. once again tonight. There's Hoff teaser through center. It gets broken up, and now UNLV coming the other way. That just goes in the skates of Carollo. Here's Kinney over the center ice line. It gets poked away. Rosalenko offered support, but got pickpocketed by Carollo. Dalmonte, hard pass tipped into the zone by Strong. He'll get changed up. Full sail changes for UNLV. Puck whacked all the way down the length of the ice. And now full sail changes for the Buffaloes. Kyle Quinn whacks that, and it's tipped in by Keenan. Gwen's out behind his own net. Islanik now in his own zone. Touch pass by Sandberg in the feet of DiDomizio. Keenan reverses that one, couldn't get it to Tristan Rand. Now Islanik gets gloved down at center by Quinn. Poked on. Keenan touches it for Kelly. Keenan with the puck once again. Centering pass, couldn't get it to Tristan Rand. Rand lays a bump on Sandberg as the Buffaloes come the other way and send it softly into the zone. 7 minutes gone in this third period. UNLV still leads 5-0. Bradley Gallant, the last goal scorer. Here's Tristan Rand looking for another one. Shooting one off the blocker. Loose puck collected by the Buffaloes and sent out. That was Logan Bierge. Now behind the UNLV goal line. And the Zuren battle, loses the puck battle initially to Bierge. And we have a mix-up in the corner. And we have some sticks and gloves coming up, and we have a bit of a powder keg kicking off here. That's Kyle Quinn, it looks like, getting involved. And temperatures rising for a brief moment there. Looks like we still have some bear hugs. The officials pointing to the exit doors. That's Michael Rain was involved in that. He has his bucket off in the corner. There's Dylan Kuntz, involved there. Sean Karaman in the mix. Trying to get the number on the couple Buffalo players. Michael Rain, no helmet. Logan Bierge was involved in that one as well. Gonna take a look at that sequence there very quickly. Couldn't really see exactly what happened, but it's Dylan Kuntz and Michael Rain getting all tangled up. Rain got his cage popped off and went high on Kuntz, and then everything else happened. Elliott Tessa with a few late cross checks to the back of Jackson Wyatt. Could have been much worse, AJ.
Yeah, it looks like number 14, Logan Bierge for Colorado. The ref saying, let's go away for a while, kicking him out of the game. Early shower, so to say.
I would imagine there's going to be a handful of 10-minute misconducts and maybe game misconducts in that sequence. Dylan Kuntz has been a feisty player for UNLV, a freshman from the New Mexico Ice Wolves in the Null. Not afraid to mix it up whatsoever. AJ's been throwing the body. He's been getting involved in scrums. That's just the latest example of it.
Yeah, definitely UNLV, always a physical team. Good to have someone like Dylan Kuntz, not afraid of the moment, not afraid of the physicality, stand up for your teammates. You know, the locker room always loves that, a guy who is not afraid to take some time in the box to defend his guys.
Still discussing it. .12 and a half to go Still trying to sort out everything that happened. Once again, it was Dylan Kuntz and Michael Rain. Sticks and gloves came up high after they got tangled up in the corner. So Michael Rain's sitting in the box 2 minutes. Dylan Kuntz is sitting in the box, posted 2 minutes as well. Looked like Kuntz and Rain were jawing in between the scorers table for a brief moment there as well, AJ. And we're back underway. 2 minutes posted for each player for roughing, one would assume. Here's Brodziak, his 4-on-4 period. And another delayed penalty, and whistle blows. Brodziak drawing with Elliot Testa. And it's going to be Matias Del Monte. So 4-on-3 power play for 1 minute and 43 seconds for the Buffaloes, and then back to 5-on-4 for 17. Del Monte for interference. Colorado with a shot to break through on the power play here, but Gallant whacks that puck out of the zone to begin the kill. Here's McConaughey. McConaughey behind his own net. Up top. It's Hofteaser who misplays the puck. Had to retrieve it in his own end there, to the delight of the UNLV crowd at City National Arena. Shot right, Ferguson up top, save made by Wakeland, who finds it with the mitten, seals it. 1 minute even to go in this 4-on-3 man advantage for Colorado.
You talk about all the open space in a 4-on-4 and 4-on-4 play. How about 4-on-3, even more empty or open space for Colorado to work with? This is going to be their best opportunity to score all night.
And a good opportunity for UNLV to score as well. I mean, plenty of shorthanded goals this season. Notably last night, Joey Carollo, a shorthanded goal on a 5-minute major penalty kill. As well as a 5-on-3 shorthanded goal. Shot rings off the post. Looked like it beat Wakeland. Glove side. So Colorado coming awfully close to connecting on the power play there. Fed out in front, a pad save by Wakeland there under 30 seconds to go in the 4-on-3 man advantage. There's Hofteaser, steps into a clapper. This is the net wide. Fed out in front, pad save Wakeland. It leaked through, but behind the net. 10 seconds to go now in the 4-on-3 power play. Hofteaser below the goal line. Looking. 5-on-4 now, fed out in front. Jackson Wyatt picks it up, sends it down the length of the ice. Bradley Gallant, the first man in there, almost wins the puck battle against Liam O'Gwen. Bradley Gallant getting in there, and UNLV's back to full strength. What a kill by the Rebels, and what an effort by Gallant. And on that forecheck, and the puck bounces down the length of the ice for an icing on UNLV.
Almost the opposite of what we saw with Wakeland in the second period, where he went out. O'Gwen didn't really go that far out in his net, but Bradley Gallant so fast, so quick, able to get there and make it an interesting play.
It might have been the best choice for O'Gwen to stay in his cage there because, as he mentioned, Gallant's fast, so that might be a puck race that O'Gwen loses as we're back underway. Here's Carney, drops it off for Mansour. Under 10 to go in the third period. Colorado going to work in the zone again. getting that zone time that you mentioned earlier tonight, AJ, that they needed to start generating. That shot doesn't make it on net, and now the Rebels come the other way on the rush. They'll peel off and get changed. Here's Bradley Gallant again. Bradley Gallant with speed, shooting one, blocker save, loose puck, whacks back on net, shoulder save, O'Gwyn. Now Dalmonte shoots one that gets directed up in the high glass. And we have a media timeout, 9:03 to go in this third period of play. And taking a look at UNLV's upcoming schedule, AJ, it's going to be a fun one back home at City National Arena this weekend. And then they're off next week until UNLV's annual midnight game against Utah, one of the better teams in the country, on November 14th.
Yeah, it's the midnight show for UNLV versus Utah. Utah's been having a great season. I believe they're number 7 in the nation, atop the WCHL along with Oklahoma. Oklahoma, they had the loss to Arizona last night. Some around the ACHA news, they won tonight versus Arizona, so it's a split in that series. But very excited for the midnight game versus Utah. Should be a great game. Should be a lot of energy in the building. And it should be, overall, just a very competitive game from two top 10 teams.
It's always fun, the midnight game, and with how good Utah is. They've always been good, right? But with how good the Skating Utes are this season, I'm expecting that game and that whole series to be a lot of fun. Once again, Midnight Madness against the Utah Skating Utes, November 14th at 11:59 p.m. And then right back here at City National Arena for a late puck drop of 8:30 p.m.
It's gonna be we're in for some late nights, Dom.
Some WCHL After Dark. Rest in peace to the Pac-12.
It's still alive.
It's coming back. It's making a comeback. Puck gets sent down the length of the ice and blown dead for an icing. 8:43 to go, and Colorado's not happy about that. Keeping it to some conference news, fellow WCHL member Grand Canyon University joining the Mountain West. A lot of movement there. Then speaking of the Mountain West, UNLV football has the bye week this week. They're back in action in Hawaii next Saturday, and a lot of bowl predictions have the Rebel football teams going to the LA Bowl, playing the likes of Arizona State, USC, and even Washington. So Barry Odom, as we've said a lot all season long, if you're a fan of UNLV sports, you've seen it. It's really turned that program around.
Yeah, if that football team just last Thursday could have gotten it done versus Boise State, we'd be singing a completely different song for UNLV football. We might be thinking playoffs.
College football playoff, yep.
But
Ronan Keating with a backhander, shouldered away.
Weren't able to get that one done last Friday.
That very well could be a preview of the Mountain West Championship game back-to-back years. Boise State taking down UNLV 44-20 last year in December at Allegiant Stadium. Contributing to UNLV football, dropping their final 3 games of the year. Mason Kelly with a wraparound attempt. Everyone jamming at it, and we got some more pushing and shoving, and Mason Kelly still making friends. Cooler heads will prevail rather quickly.
It's a friendly guy.
Very friendly guy.
And, you know, the message for Colorado after this one, not your best stuff, but everything will be all right. Come out. You've played some great games. You have a win against Utah, who we talked about earlier being a great team. Just take what you can from this one and move on.
Much like Oregon, they just wanted to learn. But this Colorado program's been on the up and up, and just getting their first top 25 ranking is huge as they look to the national tournament. Here's Mansour. Mansour shoots one off the rush, directed to the high glass by the blocker of Wakeland. Under 8 to go now in the third period. Carney sends it in. Fresh legs for Colorado coming on behind the play. The shot misses the net. Karaman steers it down low. Now here's Quinn. Plays it up. That puck floats harmlessly into the Rebels offensive zone. Back to recover is Luke Massey, who misplays the puck. And another time the puck is misplayed there, that time by the captain, Drew McConaughey. Gwen has to hold for a whistle.
Yeah, not what you want to see. One of your players hit the ice monster, I guess. It's not football, so there's no turf monster, but the ice monster taking over. And then misplaying it again, forcing Gwen to freeze it. Tough look.
Very, very tough look. And there is such thing as an ice monster. I've hit it plenty of times in my day. Not the best skater in the world. But of course, that's what we blame. It's never my fault. It's always the ice or my stick. Puck gets sent out of the zone. Swung off the kick plate out of the reach of Nagra. A shot there, save made by Wakeland. Another shot misses the net. Wakeland gets back set. Joey Carollo pokes at it, gets a takeaway. Now here comes Brodziak on the right side. Carollo, return pass Brodziak. Brodziak moving in, backdoor feed for Strong. Couldn't get it to his stick. Fed back on, and now we have a mix-up. Devin Nagra upends Michael Rain, and Michael Rain is beside himself.
Referee's trying to sort out, see what all the hot fuss is about.
The hot fuss there was Rain and Nagra coming together behind the play. Nagra's barking behind the scorer's table as well. Nagra gets a check finish on him, and he gets the hands up high on Michael Rain, and then they start jousting, and Rain gets popped in the face. Nagra skates away, nodding his head, and probably telling him some good spots to eat, I would assume. I recommend Lazy Dog right down the street at downtown Summerlin.
It's a great place.
It's a great choice. Or BJ's on Charleston. That's another good one. Get a late night Pizookie on a Saturday. Here's Coots shooting one. Save made by O'Gwen. Matching penalty is 4-on-4 once again. Another shot from the point into the chest of O'Gwen. He'll hold for a whistle. 5:34 to go.
Yeah, get a Pizookie from BJ's. Throw on some glamorous indie rock and roll. And, you know, prepare for the next week.
Yeah, it was a nice off week for us. Next weekend, UNLV football, as we mentioned, not off. The UNLV basketball teams, both men and women's, open up on Monday. The men play Alabama State at 8:30 at the Thomas and Mack Center. The Lady Rebels play Loyola Marymount at 6:30 at the Cox Pavilion right next door.
Feels like a lot of expectations on the Runnin' Rebels team, specifically this season, with some key players coming back. D-Down Thomas, try and crack into the NCAA tournament.
The shot gets snipped out of the air by O'Gwen, though. It's Dylan Forth letting that shot go. And you mentioned that, AJ, UNLV, the Runnin' Rebels, coming off of their appearance in the NIT tournament, where they went fairly deep into that tournament, played deep in March. They got the win over Princeton in their first game. They beat Boston College at home. They shipped off to play Seton Hall, where they lost on the road. And DJ Thomas at Mountain West Media Day talked about his experience at the NIT tournament. And he said he was surprised at how big and physical Seton Hall was, so he really made sure over the offseason to get bigger and stronger to prepare for that. So centering pass for Keenan, he can't get a shot off. He upends his man. Not a lot of effort. That was Cameron Piggott.
Seton Hall is a team a lot of people thought would make the big dance itself, the NCAA tournament, so it's no surprise that UNLV ran into a bit of a buzzsaw with them, but still got to like what you see from the Runnin' Rebels compared to past seasons where they haven't really been able to break through in any sort of postseason play.
Just the fact that they made the NIT and played that deep in the tournament, and they played well in the Mountain West tournament, and That was another thing that Dedon Thomas Jr. and Rob Whaley said at Mountain West Media Day, is that they just have to come into the Mountain West tournament with a different approach this season. A drive there from Dalmonte is buried on the rebound by Ronan Keenan. 6-0 Rebels.
Ronan Keenan putting an exclamation point on this one. Looks like this one's just about macaroni.
And that's a touchdown for the Rebels. So 25 seconds to go in the 4-on-4 period, 4.5 minutes left in the third. Yeah, AJ just looks about academic from here.
Got the touchdown, as you mentioned. We'll see if UNLV is looking for the extra point.
Very well getting. Here's Kerriman trying to put one off the pad of O'Gwen. He got it on net, no one home. Let's try and put the rebound back on. Right, here's Ban. Back into the zone, can't dance through. Corolla with puck support, can't get it through, and plays blown dead. Hooking's gonna be the call. Waiting to see who's gonna go. And it's gonna be on a very disgruntled Luke Massey. So UNLV going back to the power play.
It's been in the box a few times already tonight.
Luke Massey having maybe a more forgettable trip to Vegas this weekend.
Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, as they say.
I'll definitely hope that's the case here tonight. UNLV back on the power play. Here's Preston Brodziak down low. Centering pass for Dalmonte. Can't get it there. O'Gwen holds for the whistle.
It's really been the story of the night, UNLV on the power play. Colorado has been in the penalty kill all game long, it feels like. Just can't get their goalies any breaks, for sure.
Im O'Gwen, another 50-shot night. Faced 49 last night, 52 and counting tonight. Centering pass, Gallant can't whack that on net. Cole Wyatt to Jackson, shooting one, whistles that one wide. Brodziak to Gallant, Gallant looking, centering pass for Dalmonte, but a great stick by the defenseman. Preventing that, Gallant on the doorstep, another whack at it, another block. Dalmonte can't get that one on net. A series of chances for the Rebels, and the puck gets cleared out of the zone. Fresh legs coming on for Colorado. Centering pass, Brodziak pulls up, loses the puck. Everyone whacking at it, finds his way on net, and they score.
The extra point is good.
UNLV goes up 7. It looks like Preston Brodziak's leading that handshake line, and Liam O'Gwen looks like he just has had enough. He's pulled himself from the net. Now Charles Maynard climbs over the boards. Charles Maynard now getting his first action with 3:08 to go. And if you're Liam O'Gwen, that's not a performance to hang your head at all.
It's tough to put on a good show when your team is on the penalty kill for what felt like the entire game. It's hard to make so many saves and still keep the puck out of the net.
Once again, I mean, we've given Liam O'Gwen his flowers, and time again this weekend, he still has our kudos and our props if it means anything from us. There's a foot race, and Jensen loses that icing race by a hair with 2:39 to go. So the extra point's good. UNLV goes up 7-0 over Colorado, and if you weren't listening, didn't know it was a hockey broadcast, you think Coach Prime is in town with Travis Hunter and Shadir Sanders, but they aren't in town. There is potential, AJ, that the Buffaloes will be playing in the Las Vegas Bowl later on this year in December, so Coach Prime and his Buffaloes still very well may make a stop in Vegas. There's another icing on the Rebels. And staying the course on the Vegas topic, there's even after one sighting at a Las Vegas Aces game and one interaction with Raiders owner Mark Davis, that Shedeur Sanders will be going to the Raiders. Everybody thinks that the Raiders situation is a whole different thing going on. They're 2-6 heading into week number 9 against Cincinnati tomorrow. 10 a.m. kickoff for the Silver and Black out in Cincy.
The Raiders are nothing short of a tough watch right now, for sure.
Lots of injuries.
Get the feeling, is this a must-win or a can't-lose for the Raiders for Cincy?
I would say it's a must-win as Doug Wakeland takes a spill in his cage there. He's back up no worse for wear. Here comes Tristan Rand. Over the blue line, dips the shoulder, driving the net, loses the puck. And a pair of Buffaloes go crashing into the end boards. Plenty of bodies flying everywhere. Mason Kelly still making some friends with Hoff-Teaser. And Maynard is upset. Mason Kelly's talking to Buffalo's players all the way back. Carney gives him a cross check for his trouble. Now we're entering the final 90 seconds. Oliver Band down low, whacks it around the wall. Jackson Wyatt, touch pass for Kuntz. Kuntz has it roll off the blade of his stick, plays it deep into the zone. Evan West gets his footing, plays it out front. Kuntz gets tripped up by Maynard, and now here come the Buffaloes the other way. Played up ice, just out of the reach of Band. Played on, Maynard gets handcuffed. Now we're in the final minute. Carollo's in on the forecheck. Can't knife that one through. A big collision by Ronan Keaton and Cameron Piggott. And as that shot gets sticked away, we're entering the final 30 seconds and some change. Sent up ice for McConaughey. Pass out of the reach of Sandberg. 15 seconds to go now. Sent down the length of the ice for an icing with 10.7 left on the clock. 57 shots on goal for UNLV.
Bringing it back to Mason Kelly earlier, making a lot of friends. I believe this is his first series playing so far this season, so making up a lot of time with the friends in one series.
Making haste. He's got Fly Me to the Moon playing in the final few seconds here at City National Arena. Back underway, the final seconds starting to tick off. And McConaughey flips that into the zone, and Carollo has something to say about it. So does Nagra, and more players are jawing. And Tristan Rand giving Michael Rain a thumbs up. Michael Rain still frustrated, and Jackson Wyatt giving the sweep gesture with his stick, and this handshake line might be a little interesting. UNLV takes this one 7-0. Doug Wakeland with a 17-shot shutout.
No announcer jinx for me today.
None today. Teams shake hands. UNLV with a plus 12, goal, or plus 11 goal differential, 12 goals on the weekend. UNLV remains perfect at home. We'll await the three stars. They'll play in the background. Of our sign off for this broadcast. As the Rebel players salute the crowd. quick off weekend, as we mentioned earlier on in the third period. UNLV taking the week off, and then they're back here at City National Arena, Midnight Madness on November 14th. And then on the 15th, an 8:30 puck drop, both against the Utah Skating Utes, one of the top teams of the country and the division. Once again, UNLV taking this one by a score of 7-0. Skating Rebels remaining perfect at home. Only one goal against the whole home weekend. But that'll be enough of us. We got to say goodnight from City National Arena on behalf of myself, Dominic Lavoie, AJ Reed, Kyle Sparrow, Zoe Salas, Kayla Fossey, Jack Bridges, Kyle Kimsey, Rolando Guerrero, and Gene Gomez. We all thank you for tuning in all weekend long. We're going to catch you next time for Midnight Madness. Thank you all again for tuning in. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.
And we'll see you in Samstown.